Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Orange Peelers. You can probably tell, Zane, my voice is still gone from
a party in Belmore.
From the
Sunday
party
night.
in Belmore. But what about you? How's your weekend been?
And mine was quiet at Shark Park. It was a very quiet night there at that awful stadium.
You got to love Shark Park.
Yeah, and I also ran a marathon.
Well, I was about to say,
Yeah.
I heard you made a dash to the train station.
So I
Talk
could
me
have
through
either waited an hour for a train. So, I'd get home at 12 o'clock, like to Wollongong. So I was like, I may as well go around, wait for the players to come out, do something like that. Or I checked my phone right on full time. There was a train in 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Then I would have got home at 11. So I was like, what do I do? I'm walking out of the ground. I'm like, nah, I'm running.
Did you look at maps and it tells you how long it
No,
is to the train station?
no, I didn't actually. I just kind of, because I walked there, I was just like, I'm just going to run, go for it.
Because did you run?
Yes,
the whole
I
way?
ran more than I've ran in more than the South players on Saturday night
Oh,
did actually,
big
honestly.
call.
But I ran
Yeah.
full sprint, and we had lost the games. They were like running past Sharks, but it was like, get it.
Were they giving it to you?
I'm just bolting past. I'm like,
I rate
no
it.
time.
I rate that.
But at the end of the day, if I missed it, I probably would have just walked back and waited for the players anyway.
So if you were into the train station and the train had left, you would have just walked back.
Probably. And then I would have had to. I'm not sitting at that station. I may as well occupy myself.
What station is it again?
Wollongong.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm like, how far do you reckon that is?
It's about a 10, 15-minute walk.
Yeah.
I ran there in like 7 minutes.
There you go. So if you're out there, Shark Park to Wollongong Station, 7 minutes is the time to beat.
Yeah,
I think that's
that was
challenge for
literally
the
the nick of
listeners.
time I got there. Like I
Yeah.
was walking up the stairs, like puffing it, and the train pulled up.
Yeah, there you go. I rate it. You've done, as you said, probably more running than the South fans. I feel like we both had a bit of a cardio workout post game,
Yeah.
but in different ways. Because I was definitely doing some
Oh,
cardio.
and I showed you my hot dog I received at
Yeah.
Shark Park. Yeah.
Oh, I need
$9.
I need to insert I need to post that up on Orange.
$9. Would you like some sauce on that? Yes, I would love some sauce. The whole bottle.
Yeah.
Literally. It got on my pants. It got on the floor. I was making them.
Well, go head to our Instagram. I'll try and insert it as well. You have to send it to me. But this hot dog that Zane got, it was drowned in tomato sauce.
Oh,
it was struggling to breathe.
Winston kind of thought that I'd put the sauce
Yeah,
on.
I
I'm like,
did.
no, I did not. The lady in
Yeah.
the food truck put the sauce on.
Yeah, I'm glad you cleared that up as
And
well.
it was called the Colonel. That's the
there
food
you
truck's
go.
name, the Colonel.
But not KFC.
No, not KFC.
Yeah, when you see this photo,
$9.
it's actually like drowned in tomato sauce.
was.
It's been waterboarded in tomato sauce.
Was that the
It
same hot
crazy.
dogs you would have had when you were there?
Yeah, from the van at the back
Yeah.
of the hill.
No, it wasn't back of the hill. It was like towards the
Oh,
entrance
in the
of the ground.
corner or
Yeah,
something. Yeah, probably. I'd say so.
yeah,
It was good.
$9.
It was $9 when I got it, so I assume it's the same.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. Mine wasn't drowned in tomato sauce.
Oh,
though.
it's just any other hot dog, but it was just a lot of
Not
sauce
good
on it.
sauce placement. Not
Yeah.
good sauce placement. All right, Zane, let's get into our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s from the
Yes.
weekend. Obviously, we don't review games anymore. We will talk Dogs and Souths and then get into some news. The try of the week, obviously, but yeah, we'll start off with our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can take us away.
So with 1 point, he scored a hat trick on Saturday. I'm going Jojo for feeder.
Yeah, nice.
On 2 points, Sam Walker for 2 chip and chases.
Wait, you're giving points to a
I
Roosters
am,
player?
Yeah. Now I've extended the budget a little bit. I've budged
It's because
up.
it's a Walker.
Well, no,
You like
it's
your
Sam
Walkers.
Walker, but he scored 2 chip and chase
Yeah,
tries
it
like
was
very
very
early. He
good.
had a very good game here.
He did.
3 points have gone Stephen Crichton. I think that's
Yeah.
a bit harsh, even giving him 3 points to tell.
Should be
tell you
more?
the truth. Possibly. I want to
Yeah.
see where you've put him
Oh,
because
yeah.
he was outstanding.
He was so good.
He was good.
He was so good.
4 points, Ben Hunt,
Yeah.
for the fact that he was awful against the Panthers and he destroyed it. In
So
this
he's
game.
your bounce back player of the week?
Yes, I guess.
Yeah.
He was just controlled that whole game against the Storm.
Yeah,
Dragons
yeah,
don't win that
yeah.
without him. And then 5 points, my player of the round. I never thought I'd say this preseason. Keanu Kinney
Oh, yeah. Wow.
was
yeah, that's valid.
outstanding. He got sin binned as well, and he's getting
Yeah.
5 points.
Yeah.
He
was good.
dominated the Broncos that second half.
Yeah.
It was all him with the ball.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that AJ Brimson is no longer in the side because of how well he's playing,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous.
Is he still injured?
He's been named
He
in the
keeps getting in the
reserves.
reserves,
So I don't
so-
know if they're just not naming him because of
Yeah.
how good
But
the
like,
backline's been.
like 1 week he's in the reserves, the next week he's not. So yeah, I wonder.
Strange. Like, yeah. Like, it seems like they might have just said there's no spot for you.
Well,
at
I
the
think
moment,
I'm
so
pretty
we're
good
gonna have
without
to-
him.
yeah.
Campbell's killing it. Kinney's killing it.
The backline in general is killing it for him.
Yeah,
But Keanu Kinney is my player of the week.
The Titans are doing some very good things at the moment. They're
Yes,
like,
it's a very... not even a mathematical chance at this point. The Titans.
They can.
They can.
The
make
only thing that makes me say they're not going to is their draw because they
same,
play Roosters
but
and Panthers.
I've got no one. They beat the Sharks already this year.
Yeah.
I think the way they're playing at the moment, they can definitely compete.
They can definitely
So
compete. I just think they can't. Beat
They started
both
the year off
Panthers and Roosters.
awfully.
Yeah.
We didn't think. What did you say? You thought they'd win like 4 games? I think.
It wasn't looking good for them.
Yeah.
Let's
Then
put it that way. It
they
wasn't
put
looking good.
66 on the Warriors.
Yeah.
We saw the Knights last year put 66 on
Yeah.
its side. They went on an absolute run. Titans since that game, they've lost 1, I think. Yeah, they got flogged by Manly, but that was rookie, I guess. But
Yeah.
they've lost 1 game since then.
Yeah.
So is 66 just like a blessing for a side?
clearly
it seems to be like they're.
If you told me after 6 weeks that the Titans would be in the finals race longer than Souths, longer than Broncos,
Yeah.
argue it longer than Warriors, I would have been
Like people,
what are you
saying they're
smoking,
not,
bud?
but people still think the Raiders are a chance. Where the Titans are exactly
The Titans
tied
are
with the Raiders.
they're a chance.
They
They're
are.
more than a chance.
And I think it's more that early part of the season was more them adjusting to Des Hasler.
Yeah.
Because they went from Holbrook, who was just like a very mate sort of coach. He's just good mates with all, whereas Hasler's more of like a, he's coached the Dogs. He's more of a hard-ass sort of coach. I think they're more transitioned into him. I think they're starting to buy into him now.
Yeah, I agree completely.
So it's more, I don't think they're going to play finals.
I don't think they'll play finals, but
I
they're a
think
chance
going
at
into
the
next
moment.
year.
Oh,
But the issue is, every year we have such promise for the Titans that they're going to have a good season and they just disappoint. So
Yeah.
that's my concern. But if they can bring this momentum,
they're
next
playing
year,
good footy.
They are.
I was looking at the betting odds for Friday night, and it's like Sharks, a top 4 side versus Titans, who are
Favourites.
wherever,
at
and
home.
Titans are favourites, and I'm going why are they favourites? But then you go,
look at the way
they
they're
deserve
playing
to
better
be.
than the Sharks are at the
Exactly, they're playing some good footy. It's just a shame they left it, a game or two too
It's
late.
not too late, really. But
They've got Panthers and Roosters, and they probably have to win both those games, and that's going to be tough.
and they play Panthers last round, which is, in the past, Penrith can rest players in
But
that stage.
I don't
You
think
never
they're
know.
going to this year.
Yes,
because
I
it's
agree.
their last game at Penrith in Heritage jerseys. It's a Luai farewell.
Yeah,
I think they'll be playing that week.
yeah.
But mate, if the Titans can get to round 27 and be in the mix for finals,
Has Des Hasler done this before, where his side starts off dreadfully and just...
I'm
Manly did it, but, that was like 5
he did it
rounds.
2014, but that wasn't his first year at the Dogs.
Yeah, so
He's
but
done it in
21,
seasons.
Trbojevic came back, and that's
Yeah.
when they took off. But 14, I swear they were top 4 for most of that season, and they sort of fell away.
I thought we creeped into the finals. Maybe we fell off. I don't know.
I swear I remember they were top 4, and then they lost 4 of their last 5 and finished 7th.
Maybe.
And they came back in the
I was
final.
10 years old. I don't remember it that well.
Because I swear, didn't they have 3 1-point wins or something that
Yeah,
season?
in a row.
Yeah, in a row,
Yeah.
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 They started off well.
I remember that. But shout out to the Titans.
Yeah, we just basically did a Titans review there, didn't we?
We're meant to not be.
Yeah.
We didn't review the game. We just
I have 2
Titans
Titans
season
players.
review. I've gone Keeney. I feel bad now because I've given him 1 point.
Okay.
But he was so good.
He was.
I understand you giving him 5, and it was between him and JoJo for me as well.
I put JoJo in as
I just had 4 people higher, unfortunately. I feel so bad now. So I've gone Gutho with 2 points. I thought he tore apart the Warriors.
I forgot about Guffo, actually.
Jaden Sewer, I thought was really good for the Dragons. Him, Ben Hunt, and Kyle Flanagan, I thought was really good. As well. And Sloan. And I think there was maybe Sully or someone as well was pretty good. One of the centers. I've gone Sam Walker with 4 points. He, killed it. He's been very good. He'll be in the mix for Origin, even if Cherry Evans doesn't retire, I think.
Yeah.
And Bisley, I've given Critta 5.
I was expecting that.
But he was so good.
So that leads our player of the round to be...
Critta, I think. Or is it Sam Walker? Critta's got 8.
No, it's Ben Hunt.
No, it's not. I didn't
it's
give
not.
any points to
you
Ben
did
Hunt.
too, yes.
It's Critta. Critta's
Yeah,
got
it is
8 and
Critta.
Sam Walker's got 6.
Then where's Kinney? He's
Kenny
on
got 6 as
okay.
well. Critta was good though. He was
good.
so good.
He was good.
He scored 3 different tries, and we're talking about the Bulldogs next, so let's just go into it. He scored 3 different tries in 3 different ways.
Sorry, I thought he scored 2.
Sorry, he set one
Yeah,
up. So he had
okay.
3 try involvements. The first one, he gets the ball and just goes, okay, I'm going to score now, and bumps off every single Raiders defender.
I know. That's just a typical Stephen Cry sort of try, that one, just running through.
Well, you'd know that as a South fan. He's done that in the past a lot.
What barges over?
Yeah, just
in the
scores
corner.
tries
Yeah.
against him.
Well,
And then
yeah,
the second one where he just got the ball on, it was 5th tackle, but then the ref calls 6 again and he kicks it anyway, or he kicked it
Chip
as
and
the
chase.
call. kicked it to the left of the player and then ran around the right of him and then got it before it went dead in the corner as well. Just so good. And then I think the one he set up was almost more impressive than those 2 tries where Toby Sexton puts up a ball not even midfield. It was on the left of the field. Stephen Critta, the right centre, somehow gets to the ball, contests it, catches it, and then gets it away to Josh Adokar to score. Arguably, like that was pretty much the match-winning try. So, and then that's just him as a player. Then also look at his leadership every single week. We always talk about it. Like I think he's locked for captain of the year.
So do I. Yeah.
Like he's so good.
Never know.
Who else would you throw in there?
I mean, you'd think like someone like, who am I thinking of? Tedesco from the Roosters. Like even like Isaiah Yeo, like but I'd assume it should be Crichton.
I think Crichton's the front runner.
Yeah,
he's doing like he's just it's good because this year
in the Storm this year it's
Harry Grant.
Yeah, but he's been out a lot.
Yeah, and Hughes, they're co-captains.
Yeah,
but I feel like this year Critta's big thing has been more so his leadership than it has him as a player. I don't think we've seen this many performances like that from Critta this year. We've seen some, but not as many as you see at Panthers because he's been so big in the leadership department. So to have him come out and literally just get the ball and decide, okay, I'm going to score a try. It felt like rugby league live.
He's the best centre in the competition.
He's got to be, right?
Like, do you think, like, I know this is very early to call, but he has won a comp pretty much every season he's played. He's been in
4 grand finals and won 3 comps in 4 seasons.
5 seasons or something, yeah.
4 seasons.
4, so, yeah, like...
He's never missed a grand final.
I think he debuted 19, didn't he?
Nah, or maybe he played 1 game, but...
Because he came off on the bench in 2020.
I thought he came off early 2020, yeah. I'm just going to
I think he played like 1 or 2 in 19, but then 2020 is where he started like getting more starting.
Yeah, it looks like you're exactly correct, Zane. But he was a rookie so he played 1 game in 2019. But he was a rookie in 2020.
Yeah, it was right.
He was a rookie.
19,
yeah.
So, yeah.
He counted as a rookie in 2020. So you can't count 2019.
How many? This is very early to call in his career, but how many centers have been awarded immortals? I'm just saying. You look at what he's done in 4 years that he's played. I don't think it's it's not like he's gonna do this for the next 10 years that he's got left. Yeah. But so far,
you can't
that's
sit
immortal
here
status.
And say he won't be an immortal. You can't guarantee he won't be an immortal.
Oh yeah.
You can't guarantee he will be one.
Yeah, I can't guarantee. It's a big statement
it can
to
happen.
say that. But
he's won 3 comps and 4
You just look at what he's done already in his career.
And he's played Origin. He's won Origins. He's
played international.
Samoa. He'll be the next captain of Samoa. He could captain his state potentially. He's got the skill set and the leadership to captain his state. And if he can go to a team that came 15th and take them to semi-finals in his first season as captain, he hasn't even captained another team before. It's his first year at the club. It's his first year as captain at a team that came 15th, Zane. And he's transformed this side. It's it's incredible. It is incredible. I don't think he gets enough raps, and he gets plenty of raps.
Who said this last night? Was it Gordon Tallis who said Crichton is the Bulldogs' best signing in 10 years, the last 10 years? Probably since
I'd go back to Terry Lamb.
Really? You reckon? Not even
name a better signing since Terry Lamb
came.
I'd have Critta above McKenna.
Yeah, I would as well. Yeah, you're right. So.
I'm trying to think. I feel I asked my dad. I was on the hill with my family. I said to my dad,
Dylan Napa.
Yeah.
Kieran Ford.
Hey, Aaron Woods.
Kieran Ford.
Shout out
Aaron
Woodsy.
Aaron Woods.
Shout out Woodsy. Michael Leisha.
Damien Cook.
I said to my dad, do you think he'll go down as a better signing then? What does he have to do to be better than Terry Lamb?
Well, he's got to win a few comps.
Yeah, and that's what Dad said. You got to win some comps. But if he does win some comps, which in his first year the Bulldogs are technically it looks like they're going to play
I don't
finals.
think they're going to. But
I mean, just finals.
I think in the coming years,
if he's taken them to finals in his first year, who knows what he can do over the next 3 years? It is. Name another player that has gone to a club and had this much of an immediate impact. Thurston, I guess, in 2005 at the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's I need a bit more time to think.
Inglis maybe at South. Did he have an immediate impact?
No, it was he came in 11. So
nobody has an immediate
They finished
impact.
10th, and then
nobody has an immediate impact like this. I think of Thurston. Oh, Cooper Cronk, you could argue
at the Roosters. They're already top table.
But then and you look at the names we're naming, they're immortals. Yeah. They're future immortals.
And even Who else am I trying to think of? It? Like, could you look at coaches as well? But we're more looking at players
But
here.
like, if you're already comparing Stephen Critta to coaches, that just shows how big of an impact he's had.
Jared Hayne at the Titans.
Yeah, huge impact. I think you just go back to Aaron Woods again at the Dogs. But yeah, no, I think Critta's just like, I love him so much. We've got some trains in the background.
Do.
I doubt the mics have picked that up, but goodness me, I was like, what's going on there? I was trying to work out what that horn was.
Yeah, it's annoying living
That's
on a train
what
line,
the Belmore horn sounded like when they were getting the fans on and off the field. So I was like, wait, what? I was getting PTSD. We may as well speak about Belmore, Zane. What do you make of the clips you've seen
I thought it was
online?
hilarious.
The fans celebrating in the street.
I thought it was funny that they were celebrating like this after a club game, and I'm like, what will they do in like?
Well, yeah, is it funny or is it scary?
God. Oh, it's not scary. It's just funny that's how they're like.
I think it's scary to think what they're going to be like if we make the grand final.
Have they early crowed the season?
Have they? I don't know.
Like, will they go like defeated for the rest of the year and finals after that?
They weren't. I was saying I was in the middle of the celebrations. We weren't celebrating that we'd won the comp.
Oh no, they were celebrating the win.
They were just party
They
animals.
deserve to celebrate the position they're in, the best they've been in like
8 years,
10 years or so.
10
yeah,
years.
like,
well, you'd go. We're probably
even since the grand.
We're the best
15,
since 2014, I'd say.
Yeah,
100%. Like it's been 10 years, and this is a fan base that is used to winning. There's never. This is our longest finals drought since the 70s. We're used to winning. We're used to being in the finals every year, and it's been like literally the second longest finals drought ever. So we've had all these people sitting back, just waiting for the Dogs to be good again, so they can go out there and party. And this is 10 years of sitting around doing nothing, ready to rip and tear. It's like when you get those little pullback cars that go flying. The further you pull it back, the further it goes, and the Dogs have been pulled all the way back.
Would you ever see like players like get involved in the Belmore like street parties?
It looked like Josh Adokar was driving through it all.
Was he?
He posted up a story. I don't know if it was his video or not, but he posted up a story of
Like he was
someone in a car.
Imagine he was driving through it all.
Surely it wasn't.
Like if the Raiders,
Salmon and Max King were out there.
The Raiders bus like drove down as well.
I know Salmon and Max King were out on a corner watching from a distance, from a safe distance.
Yeah, they're probably just like hoods on. Just like, we're not getting involved.
Yeah, I think it was on Salmon's story. Yeah, that.
So they're probably just walking out like just people just kind of under the radar while.
I think it's nice that I think the players are probably starting to realise what the Bulldog fans are like, because you haven't seen this in 10 years. I literally said, I was 10 when we were in the 2014 grand final, so I don't remember it all that well, but I was in Belmore the night before.
You were 10. I was 9.
Well, am I wrong?
I was 9.
Maybe I was 11.
Yeah.
No, I was 12. Completely wrong. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was 12.
Okay, you're 3 years older.
So I was 12 in 2014, so I don't remember it that well. But what I saw on Sunday night is exactly how I remember 2014 grand final night. Not exactly. It was that bit bigger. So the whole street.
Yeah,
this
they
was
did it after
they
they lost as well.
Yeah,
Because I remember South did.
But it was pretty.
Do you remember
hectic.
that iconic South one when they were interviewing at the club and the guy pulled his pants down? Yes, that's what South were like.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of people online, Zane, saying why they're celebrating. To some degree, I understand it might look a bit silly, but I think if you're inside the Bulldogs and you understand the culture and stuff, it makes sense. It was our last Belmore game. We hadn't beat the Raiders since 2017. It was a game that's we're not locked into finals yet, but it's a huge step towards playing finals footy.
They'll play finals.
It was.
They will.
I'm pretty sure I said, if I didn't say it on the podcast last week, I said it on our online gaming sessions, or I've said it to people, that Belmore was going to be an engagement party. If semi-finals or the grand finals, the Belmore on the weekend was going to be the engagement
fans like
party.
that when they beat the Titans.
No.
No, they weren't.
No, that's never been like that. It has never been like that since 2014.
I'm trying to think who that team was that they beat. Yeah.
But it was an engagement party. It was a warm-up for finals. It was. I think if we make finals, that Cowboys game after that, it's harder because the game's not at Belmore, but I feel like there'll be a party in Belmore
or just at Olympic
when we
Park.
make the finals, or at Olympic Park. Yeah. And then, if we go to the grand final, obviously I think it'll be bigger than 2014 based off what we saw on Sunday night. It was crazy. I think, Zane, we should address the treatment of Simon the Viking.
Yes.
Would you call him a Viking?
Oh, more a Raider.
Is a Raider a Viking?
Yeah.
That's the real question at hand.
I think they're just the same thing, aren't they?
Yeah, I feel like the treatment of what happened to him, obviously there's a video circulating online and it's documented by the media. Don't touch opposition fans.
Yeah, and don't surround them.
Don't surround them. Don't intimidate them.
Hit in the head with the drumstick. You don't need to do that.
It's just
maybe
not
have a joke with him. But
100%. 100%.
I know people are coming out trying to say this was all banter, but he didn't look like he was enjoying it.
And at the end of the day, if
he had like 30 people around him, like filming and just giving it to him.
And if he doesn't feel like it's banner, then it's not banner. And like they were touching him like without consent.
And I understand a lot of them were probably there joking. Some of them probably are just complete fools who do that but Bulldogs fans have a reputation of this, like doing this to opposition fans.
Yeah.
And I know, I never suffered anything like that, but I've had Bulldogs fans come up to me after they beat us, like last year.
Yeah,
and we're just complete like F-wits about it when they were bottom 4 at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, honestly, but like, you know, some of them just, I guess, come across that way.
Yeah. And I feel like,
and I know they're very excited the way they're going, but you don't need to.
And there was plenty of Raiders fans, not plenty, there was like a couple of Raiders fans that were cheered up and like booed, but it was in a banner way. But that's because the Raiders fan knew it was banner and was going along with it. If Simon the Viking, he clearly didn't want to be a part of it, just let him go. You know what I mean? If he wanted to be a part of it, then get him in there. Because it looked like to me, from what I've heard,
trying to pick him up.
They wanted to get him in on the celebrations and like, you know, party with him, get him to bang his drum. But if he doesn't want to do it, you got to leave him. Like you just can't do that.
Yeah, and I think him being, you know, he's very passionate the way he dresses up and that's what made him an easy target.
He's also, but he's also in the same sense an NRL icon. Yeah, like everyone knows who he is. He's a legend.
He lives around there as well.
He's from the area.
He travels to Canberra every week.
Yeah, well, that's apparently lives in the area. I don't know for sure.
He lives in Western Sydney.
That's what I've been told.
And his family are dog supporters. I think.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time when he showed up to Corey Horsburgh's judiciary?
Yes.
Case out the front. Yeah.
Like that's what he's a legend. Yeah. He is an icon, and like you shouldn't treat any fans like that. If they don't want to be a part of it, don't force them. Don't pull their legs like what happened. But like especially to an icon of the game, like he's an ornament to the game. And like I've messaged him personally and like, you know, apologize on behalf of the fans and just, you know, said I hope he's all right. And I like obviously there's a lot of support from the entire community like getting around him, and that's really good to see because he's a legend of the game. And but it's not just like, I'm not saying don't do it to legends of the game. Don't do it to anybody. If there, as I said, there was Raiders fans there that wanted to go along with the banner and be in the celebrations, then they've consented to it, and then you can do it. But if it's somebody who so clearly didn't want to be involved, let him leave. Apparently, he's walking to his car. You just got to let him go. Yeah, they went a bit too far.
Imagine if it got to the point where he got in his car as well, and they're jumping up on top. That would have been
a
bit,
it didn't come to that, luckily, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he might have got out there by.
Yeah.
I wish I got to see more of like how, because he's come out and said there was a lot more that went on.
Yeah, off camera, which like you don't like. There's no currently there's no evidence, but and from what I've heard, I've been told by pretty reliable sources that the club's dealt with it, and they haven't come out and like publicly bragged about dealing with it, but I've been told that they've identified the people that did it and that the people are being punished. So if anyone's
bans
trying to
or something,
so if anyone's trying to say the club isn't doing anything about it, I promise you. That's wrong. The club has dealt with it. But yeah, it's a shame that something small like that from a handful of dudes ruined, because around the corner there was thousands of people.
Do you know where the location? So you were like around the corner, were you?
I think that happened after I left, from what I can tell.
Or was it like near the stadium still? Or?
No, it was near Burwood Road. Okay. So it was near where it looked like it might have been on the street to the Leagues Club.
Yeah,
which is it intersects with Burwood Road near the train station.
Yeah,
I don't know for sure. There's not that much footage, but there was, if that's where it was, or regardless, right near where that happened, there was thousands of people doing the right thing. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And that doesn't mean because there's so many people doing the right thing, it's okay for them to do the wrong thing. Obviously, that's not the case. You still can't do it. But I'm just saying it doesn't reflect the entire fan base. It's a shame that we have a handful of people that have to ruin it for everyone. Should we talk more about the Bulldogs, or do you want to move on to South Sydney?
Oh, well, how long have we gone for the Bulldogs for? I think South
cut the podcast.
Deserve some credit, even though there was a very complete opposite of what happened with the Bulldogs.
Quickly on the Bulldogs, sorry. There has been a bit of rumours about Toby Sexton linked to the Broncos.
Yes, I've been told that would be an interesting change.
I've been told it's not happening.
It's not happening.
He's not going anywhere. That's what I've been told. So
we'll have to move to South. If whether he wants to go back to Queensland or
South love Toby Sexton after what he did to him last year.
Oh yeah, no, what he did to our reserve grade side last year.
Yeah, Zane, talk to me about South.
Yeah, it was just a very. I said in my review, it was just we really missed Cody Walker in this game. I think. And the lack of inexperience in the back line is what costed us.
Yeah.
Jai Gray was by far our best player, but he's still got a lot to learn when it comes to the playmaking side of things.
Yeah.
So the amount of passes that he threw into touch, it just wasn't good enough.
Yeah. But like as a fullback, you don't necessarily have to be a ball-playing fullback. Maybe.
I know, but that's something he's going to have to learn a little bit. But close to the line.
That's the style of footy South's played. Like Latrell's a ball playing.
Yeah, that's exactly what. And that was the issue with Blake Taff as well when we had him there.
Be careful what you say.
No, but this is what whenever Latrell was out, which is pretty regularly. We played Blake Taff, and we do the same Jai Gray as if they're Latrell Mitchell when they're not.
Yeah.
They are more small and just like fast sort of players, where Latrell's like a big body you can just barge over. Like when they give Gray the ball, like short ball, like close to the line, expect him to crash over, it's not going to work. Latrell can do that. Gray can't. He needs to get the ball in space.
Yeah. And I remember we said that a lot last year about Blake Taff, that they were playing as if it was Latrell Mitchell and they need to change the style.
Like Gray needs to get the ball in space. You saw the try he scored.
Yeah.
He just outpaced
He's a gun,
everyone.
bro. He's a gun.
He's a gun. But when I saw our attack just close to the opposition line, it was just so stale. And that's where we need Cody Walker, who can just set up a try from nowhere. Because I reckon if he played that game, it would have been a lot closer.
Who? Cody Walker, yeah.
We really missed him.
They were like, these were in the game.
We were in it. It's just, but the Sharks, on the other hand, I don't think they were anywhere near their best.
No, not at all. They were pretty average.
They were average. Yeah. Like, I don't think they were good at all.
Yeah, there were periods where
don't call me salty. I'm just saying, like they weren't. They weren't.
They weren't. I literally
good
came straight from uni class today with 2 Sharks fans, and they both were like, we played. They were pretty upset with how Sharks played.
Yeah, I think the fans there were a bit annoyed as well, even though they were giving it to us. Like I'm like, just honestly, and the Sharks winger with Stone Street, flog.
Why?
Oh, when he gets 2 disallowed tries in the first half right in front of me and gets something, he's trying to like get Liffey
bit of Ronaldo
twice, and both the tries were disallowed.
So he's getting Liffey and then the try taken off him.
Twice it happened, and we just gave it to him. We're like, you've played like 2 games. Do not get Liffey at us just yet.
Obviously, Sharks had to overcome a bit of biased refereeing, though it seems, Zane, because Casey Badger.
Try every day of the week. Try. It was 10 meters away from me.
Yeah.
So Keon knocks it back. Cook did not touch it. It's only the fact that it got taken up as a no try is why they disallowed it. Cook did not touch it. Milne grounded it. That was a try every day of the week.
I feel like there was one of the Sam Stone Street's ones. I feel like he had a finger on the ball.
No. Oh, yeah, he did. He did. But who cares? He was getting lippy, so
that's valid.
That's karma for him.
I respect that. But Casey Badger's been told she's not allowed to ref South games anymore.
Yes, I didn't even know.
So a bit biased towards
Badger, isn't it? Her husband. Yeah, I didn't even know he was at South. I thought he was at the Tigers.
But I think this just proves that the NRL they'll do anything they can to cheat South.
That's the first time we've had Casey Badger this year.
Was she ref or bunker?
She was bunker. Yeah. We had what's his name? Kennedy. No, Kennedy.
Liam?
Yeah.
Liam? I think Liam.
Yeah, it was Liam.
Not Will. He was fullback.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even think he was fullback. But...
No, Will Kennedy played.
Oh, okay. It was a week before he was out.
Mulatalo and Hines that were out.
Love Ronaldo Mulatalo.
Yeah. Dude.
Anything else you want to talk about, South? There's
not
really
really. It was just a very stale sort of game, wasn't it? It was just, it went the way I expected it to. I thought Sharks would win, but I thought South gave it a red-hot crack. A lot better than what it was against Canberra, but at this point, it's just get ready for next year.
Any partying in the street from the Sharks fans like the Dogs or no?
No, they just walked home.
As most teams probably would in around 22 clash, to be fair. All right, I think we just move. No, we're not moving on to the news because we've got everyone's favourite segment.
Well, our Reece West try of the week.
Brought to you by
the Vintage Thread.
Yep.
Yes. No. I thought. Yeah. Okay. It in fact goes to.
Wait, there is some new merch on the Vintage Thread. You can get yourself. I don't know how well you can see it. But you can get yourself a 2024 Premiers T-shirt. Bulldogs, obviously. So you can jump on the Vintage Thread.
South's version of that. Because mathematically, South can still win the comp.
We could organise
that. I'm using the mathematically up.
Why not? Yeah, jump on the Vintage Thread.
2025 version,
link in caption. You can copy yourself a Doggies 2024 limited edition shirt. They won't be out for long, so jump on. But yeah, sorry. Who got the try of the week?
It is Josh Addo-Carr's
second
try off the Matt Burton grab.
The Matt Burton, the Critta. That was Critta.
I thought it was Burton in the headgear.
No, it was Critta. That's what I was saying earlier. 100% that should be try.
I thought it was Burton in the headgear.
It was
for
Critta.
The second try.
That's what I was saying earlier.
White headgear.
White
headgear.
Well, it wasn't Matt Burton. He wears black headgear.
Who's in the white?
I'm telling you, that was Stephen Crichton, Josh Addo-Carr.
Who jumped up in the white headgear and threw it?
Nobody. That was Stephen Crichton jumped up in black headgear and threw it.
I've got this completely wrong. Bulldogs have a lot of players in white headgear. What definitely wasn't Reed Marnie.
We had one player on the weekend in white headgear, and it was Reed Marnie. You're thinking of Stephen Crichton in Black Eager. I promise you. That's what I was talking about
I swear
earlier.
to God, it was a
I'm pulling up the clip because I'm happy to rewatch it
It was
again.
the final try.
Yeah.
Of Addo-Carr.
I talked about that earlier because remember I said Critta had
Yeah,
3 moments, 2 tries and the try assist. So we got to get through a Borderlands ad. So shout out to Borderlands, I guess.
And get YouTube Premium.
Yeah, you on YouTube Premium?
No, I am
no,
when
the
the footy
orange-
season's not on because
the
I
orange
cancel
peel
it so I can afford KO.
Yeah.
But I could probably cancel it now because finals will be online. So
Yeah,
I'll be
true.
back on YouTube Premium, I guess.
Yeah, this is here. See Critta. Critta passes to Josh Addo-Carr.
Okay, yeah. What
You
am I
weren't paying
thinking?
enough.
What am I
Look at
thinking?
him.
Mandela
fired up.
effect there.
Yeah, look at him. He's an athlete, Zane.
That try. You know which
Yeah.
one I'm talking about.
And that ties in
Purely
nicely.
because of the leap.
And that ties in nicely with the fresh merch by the vintage
Speaking
thread.
of Addo-Carr, you know what we said last week about Skelton getting dropped for Addo?
Yeah.
Like, do you think Addo-Carr still... Like, I know he's coming off a win. He scored 2 tries, but do you reckon Skelton could have done the same thing?
Let me put it this way in a little anecdote, Zane. I reckon a couple minutes before Josh Addo-Carr started scoring tries, I was talking to my dad and I put the question to Dad saying, would you drop Addo-Carr for Skelton or Wilson? He was instantly yes. And we sat there and we discussed
scores 2 tries.
how Skelton and Wilson, they're more consistent. Overall, they offer a bit more. Josh Addo-Carr also just looked like he was getting injured. He's always out of puff. And then literally a minute later, he scores a try.
I know, he scores those
and then
tries.
scores
but
another.
That's because of pace as
Yeah.
well. And he was in the right position for that last one.
I
as well.
still
But
think-
I'm just saying, I feel like Dogs will move him on when his contract
I
expires.
still think Wilson and Skelton overall across the board offer more.
I think he was brought there as more of like a culture sort of
He also
reason.
was the first domino to fall that helped us get all these other signings.
Yes,
He was
I
the
think
first
that's
superstar
why
to
they
come.
signed him for culture.
And
I
culture.
think now that they've rebuilt, they'll probably just...
Or he'll have to take a pay cut.
He'll take a pay cut, but like,
Or
where would
leave.
he fit in that side with Skelton there? And
Well, like
Wilson,
if you get him
Carrat,
a
it's
bit
like-
cheap, he keeps his spot. But
I feel like they'll move him on.
I agree.
I feel like
would've-
he'll go somewhere
I
else.
like Wilson.
Like
and
he'll end up
Skelton.
at like the Roosters or South.
You just
or
want him at
something.
South,
No,
bro.
he could, but I feel like he'd like end up at the Roosters even.
Yeah, no, you've got it's a point.
When's he off contract? Like next year?
20. Yeah, you can negotiate this year or next year.
Daniel Tupou just you watch him replace Daniel Tupou there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
How
you
long
know.
did he extend for? A year?
A year or 2.
Could be onto something.
Well,
It's worth having a look. Hang on. I feel
I'm pretty
like
sure the Dogs signed him for 4 years.
I
so
feel
it
like
was-
it. I feel like we went
I
over
think
this
next
last
year
week.
will be his last. Yeah, we did, but I'm pretty sure
Contracted to the end of 2025, so
Sorry,
he can
end of next year.
negotiate November this year. But
so
can't
we'll
leave
have,
till the
we'll
end
have
of
to
next year.
keep an eye on
Yeah.
what happens there.
But yeah, it's a fair point.
But I see a world where the Dogs moving on.
Yeah, 100%. They've got depth. They've got depth for days. Let's get into some news. Another winger, Zane, that's been in the headlines this week. Turuva knocked out a fan's
I
tooth.
didn't know he knocked the tooth out.
The tooth came out.
What? So it was an adult tooth?
A kid.
Was it a baby's tooth? Or?
I think it was a kid's baby tooth.
Okay, so I'm good because it wasn't.
Yeah, it'll grow back.
I remember it. Yeah, I remember watching this live when he didn't
Well, I
even
missed
need to
it.
kick it, but the poor
Yeah,
kid.
well, out of anger. He kicked it into the crowd.
What did Turuva do for the kid at the end? Did he give him like his jersey?
Got his boots.
Okay,
Gave
yeah.
out
I
his
was
boots.
expecting that. I'm like, you'd think they'd go.
Yeah.
But I guess the poor kid, he lost his tooth, got some boots.
And
Better
probably...
than the fairy.
Yeah.
Tooth fairy.
I don't see... the Tooth Fairy never gave me a pair of match-worn footy boots. I'll tell you that for free. I feel like maybe he goes home and gets a bit of cash as well.
Yeah, we could sell the
Nice
boots for a
strategy.
good price, couldn't
Yeah,
you?
that's true. I meant from the Tooth Fairy, but if he wants to sell the...
Add the tooth fairy on top. then.
What pair of footy boots, if you could have any player's boots, past or present,
I'd love to say Reece Wesso.
like if you could pull out a tooth and trade it for some footy boots, what boots are you grabbing?
I'd go JT.
Yeah, that's fair.
For a
He's
15
like
grand final
the
one
boots
as
he
well.
wore in the 2015 grand final. That's a pretty, very fair shout.
Mm.
I would go. It's hard not to go past JT. If not that, it'd have to be probably one of Matt Burton's field goal boots.
But there's one thing I'd never take from players, and that's the socks.
yeah,
Like, Julian, I remember, made a comment on this once. Like, why would someone want a player's dirty sock after a game?
Can I give
dirty,
you-
sweaty sock that they give to the crowd?
I asked myself the
I
same
would
thing.
refuse it. I'd be like, no, thank you.
I asked myself the same thing. Why would somebody want someone's sock? But on the flip side,
Dirty and like
at the
sweaty
charity
as
match,
well.
both years, people have wanted my socks.
I still wouldn't. I've still got my socks from the first one.
I do
actually.
not.
I've got them in there. Yeah.
I don't know why they
I
wanted
gave
my
the
socks.
boots away at the
but
charity
yeah.
match. I want to identify who that kid was that I gave
Yeah,
them to.
that's I.
Like, I've never
I gave
heard of
everything
him
away.
ever since then.
Yeah.
I'm like, those are
Didn't
my
reach
brother's
out to
old
you?
soccer boots, and I've just never seen them since.
There you go,
No,
wrote
he's
your
just
brother.
he took the boots and
So this kid thinks he has Zane Potter's boots, but it's really
Yeah, what's he
Zane
done with
Potter's
them?
brother's boots.
yes.
I actually had a kid, I think it was this year, message me. The one that got my boots, or maybe the one that got my boots is mate or something. He played in a touch, like a Oztag grand final or something.
Wearing them.
In my boots.
Yeah, you just got a free pair of boots.
So
I
shout
guess,
out to him if you're watching. Magic boots, mate.
And whoever took my boots in that first charity match, I'd just like to know who you are. Like you're probably he was around 12, 13 at the time.
So it'd be 14, 15.
Yeah, no, probably 13, 14, something like that.
Did you say he was 13, 14?
Yeah, you know
he's
what I mean.
aged.
Yeah, so like I just want to know who he is.
Reach out if you're watching this and you have Zane's
We've got to
boots.
put like a Facebook post, like where these boots
This
go.
will go on
That
Orange Peelers.
bright green fluoro boots. Like I've just never.
What brand? Nike?
They are Adidas.
Adidas.
Yes.
Adidas, Adidas.
Whatever
One
it
of
is.
them.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, you don't have to return the boots.
No,
but
definitely. I
just
just want to know who you are. I'm like,
send him a photo.
Like you probably still follow
Zane
me.
will give you another
I'd
pair of
assume you
boots.
still follow me, but I'm just like, yeah, okay.
We'll get you some more boots. Maybe, do you want the kid's tooth?
No.
Is that what we're doing?
No.
Our tooth for boots?
I'll take the tooth over a player's dirty, sweaty socks.
You're
any
telling
day, though.
no. You'd rather a kid's tooth than dirty socks? I'm taking socks. Tooth's gross.
Yeah, but I would never take a
Yeah.
player's dirty, sweaty sock if they offered it to me. Took it off, like after, say it's like
I
a
would.
Sunday
I
afternoon.
can't lie.
I would
I
be
would.
like, excuse me. No.
I'd want Matt Burton socks. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I'm not going to pretend I
Why are you
would.
going to throw them in the wash, or are you going to carry them home?
I'll just frame them.
Yeah,
I'd
okay.
wear them, bro.
You'd wash them first, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah. That gets rid of the scent.
'Cause, I mean, jerseys, at least, then obviously going to be sweaty, but
Yeah.
they're not socks. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, you can just take them
socks are weird, but
It's just, I just don't understand why players give away socks. Like, when they run out of things
I
to
don't.
give
I
away,
don't think the player gives it away. I think the fan asks for it.
Yeah.
I don't think a player's going around. Who
Tana
wants my socks?
Milne's once given away a Powerade bottle. Do you remember
There you
that?
go. Well,
Have you seen that footage?
No,
Like 2
I
years ago,
haven't, but
where after the game, he's like drinking his Powerade, and the kid like asked for it, he just gave it to him.
my
He's like, "Yeah."
family found because it was fans on the field. We got one of their like electrolyte. What are they? The
ice blocks,
icy
yeah.
poles, and technically it could be Josh Papali's 300th game ice block. So if anyone wants to buy that, the Hydrolite, reach out.
I
Reach
assume
out.
it's melted by now.
Oh, I think it was melted at time of collection, and we don't know for sure that Josh Papali touched it. But anyway, where should we go to from here? Let's talk about the NRL Hall of Fame inductees
Yes,
from today.
we have Wayne Bennett,
Yep.
and the other person is
Jack Gibson.
Yes, I was trying to think.
Was it only
I was
two?
like, is it Gilbert or Gibson? No, it's Gibson. How can I forget that?
Was it just two?
Yes.
Okay.
I think there was
No,
a few like
there was a
commentators
couple.
as well.
There was
Like,
there was more
who-
than two.
who
So
cares?
David Morrow, Ken Arthurson, Jack Gibson, Wayne Bennett, Frank Hyde, and John Quayle. So yeah, I think obviously
I only
Wayne
know who two of them are. Honestly,
Wayne Bennett, obviously the big one, current coach. I think that's big for a
one
current
person
coach.
is disputing this, saying he hasn't won anything.
Who?
A Rooster supporter?
How hasn't he won anything?
No, saying he hasn't won anything since 2010.
So
I'm like, do you not watch the 2020 Origin? You
yeah,
not seen the
that's
Dolphins
also
recently?
that's also a very good point
Got-
as well.
The Broncos played in a grand final under him. The Rabbitohs played in a grand final under him. Not done anything.
So he coached Brisbane
And
88
then
to.
this particular person's excuse was he didn't. Munster won that series. So with that logic, you're saying that means Darius Boyd won the grand final in 2010, not Wayne Bennett.
Yeah.
Luke Keary won in 2018, not Trent Robinson.
Yeah.
He had nothing to do.
Yeah.
Like, that is exactly what that logic is.
I would like to counter that as well with he's won 7 premierships and I'm pretty sure he's the longest serving coach. Like he's 37 years.
This particular Roosters fan's just bitter that he rejected going to the Roosters
Yeah,
in
probably.
2010.
Yeah. And then
When
one
he went to the Dragons instead.
Like, if anyone out here is questioning Wayne Bennett,
Yes.
are you serious?
Like, honest.
He's coached Queensland,
So
he's
he was
coached
happy for Jack
Australia,
Gibson,
he's
but
coached
Wayne
England,
Bennett
and he coached
is-
Great Britain. Like, he was a coaching advisor when the Kiwis won the World Cup.
He coached at the Raiders as well. Did you say that?
Yeah, he started
First
at the Raiders. Yeah, and then won
Then he
6
went
comps at
Broncos,
Brisbane.
Dragons, Knights, which was just a terrible experience for him. I think
He took
But-
them to finals.
He did, but then also led them to wooden spoons. So
Yeah.
Then he went back to the Broncos, to South, to the Dolphins, and
Took
back.
South to a grand final.
Yes, then he's returning to the Rabbitohs next year,
To win the 22nd, 23rd.
22nd.
premiership.
But do you think this will be his last rodeo this next 3 years, or will he keep going until he dies?
I would
Or
think,
is he going to die in this next 3 years?
with the greatest respect to Wayne Bennett, this isn't meant to sound disrespectful. I think it would be really cool if he died while coaching. That'd leave a legacy.
It would. Yeah, I hope he doesn't die coaching South.
I don't want him to
That would-
die ever. He's a legend
I
of the
know,
game.
but that's a bit. You hope he dies.
No, I hope if he dies, it's going to be like while coaching. Like,
Yeah,
go out doing what he loves.
But at the same time, that would really screw over a club as well.
You don't
like
want
a
it to be
season.
South.
Oh, I hope it's not. Well, I hope he doesn't die in general.
I just think because he's such a legend of the game, he deserves to.
I
go
honestly
out
don't
like
reckon
that.
I reckon he will retire until he dies.
Yeah.
coach until he died.
Yeah.
Because he's literally come out and said, he's like, I've got nothing else to do.
I also think
he's like said, I don't go to the pub. I don't do anything else.
right.
I just coach. That's all he does.
That's what I was going to say. Like, there are often jokes about how old he is. He could honestly live for quite a
He's a very
few
fit
years.
guy.
That's what I mean. He's like an ex-NRL player, and he's very
like
fit.
he's 70, but he looks apparently
after himself.
he's ripped. Like he's skinny, but apparently he's got big pecs.
He could live to. He'll probably live to be 100.
I'm like describing like as if I want to see.
Yeah, as if you've seen him
shirtless. I know the South players.
I don't know what goes on at South
Have you heard that
Sydney,
story about when he took his shirt off and was training?
Yeah, after being flogged.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. Shout out, and same with Jack Gibson. Obviously, he's a legendary coach as well.
Three premierships in a row at the Eels.
Yeah.
Coach at South did nothing there, but then won 2 at the Roosters as well.
Yeah.
So definitely deserved. I think second greatest coach behind Wayne Bennett, most premierships at least.
Yeah. What do you won? 4?
Won
5. Won 5.
Wayne Bennett's won 7.
How many is
won.
Bellamy and...
Oh, he's had a few taken off him. Bellamy's won 3.
Because
3 or 5, but
you'd have
3.
Bellamy up there.
Robinson's won 3.
Or the coach during the Dragons run.
Oh, but does that count? Like
You
Jack
hate
Gibson,
that, eh?
but I just can't stand that pick. No, no, I don't.
Yeah,
count
nah,
that. Jack Gibson's lucky.
Two
that he's
worthy
like,
inductees.
included, I guess. But I guess the 80s was kind of an iconic era. So, like, who else could have been? Like Tim Shanks, maybe.
Benji,
I'll give him some time first, but
Anthony Seibold, Brad Arthur.
Trent Barrett.
Trent
Anthony
Barrett.
Griffin.
Trent Barrett should be in the Hall of Fame of blokes who can't coach. He should be out there for like somebody that just won't give up trying to coach when he just can't do it. Mate, I gave up swimming.
He's got a real
very
passion
early on.
for it, I think.
Find something else to be passionate
Like when
about.
they're adding journalists and commentators to
Yeah.
the Hall of Fame. I'm like, Warren's already. When's like Buzz gonna get? He's been around the game.
I literally said to...
He's been around the game for a while.
I said today that I reckon Buzz could be in there. Gus will be in there for sure.
Induct them at the same time.
The difference between Gus and Buzz is Gus is a legend of the game from playing and then coaching and then
Buzz
managing.
Rothfield's been around for years.
So is Gus Gould.
No, but journal.
I'm not knocking Buzz. I think Buzz will be in there one day. But I'm saying like Gus.
I really want them to induct them at the same time. Yeah, the
They
same
have to be
night.
in the same room. So I have to shake hands
Phil
and pretend to be friends.
I think hear what Phil Rothfield said on 360.
What did he say?
Oh, he was talking about how Bulldogs are like running our merchandise, like
Yeah.
selling out, and how he's got Brave gave him a shirt.
Yeah.
He said he'll bring it next week if they beat the Dragons.
He
might even wear it.
I've been told by a pretty reliable source that he's considering auctioning it off for charity.
I've heard that as well.
Which is, if that's true, shout out to Buzz.
I
That's
hope he wears it on 360 next week.
I want to put this out, and before we move on, how much do you think Buzz's Bulldogs heritage jersey with Buzz on the back of
It's
it
the
would
heritage
sell?
one, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much do you think that sells for at an auction?
Oh, probably like $200.
Yeah. $2,000
No.
for charity.
Charity.
$2,000.
Oh,
Somebody
yeah,
put
but
up
I'm
$2,000.
saying, no, I reckon like 500 max.
$2,000. The player ones go for like over $1,000.
It's not a player
It's
one,
Buzz.
though.
Yeah, it's Buzz. It's even better.
Yeah, well,
Are you taking Matt Burnham's jersey or Buzz Rothfield's jersey?
Burdens.
Buzz.
How many times do you reckon Buzz has worn that?
No.
I reckon it's in the back of his like.
No,
cover or
it
something.
hangs up. He has it hanging up.
Does he?
Yeah.
Was there evidence of that?
I have a very reliable source. I genuinely do.
Okay, yeah.
I spoke about. We talked about it today. He's got it hanging on his bedroom door. I think he said he got it hanging up. Yes, he's definitely got it hanging up somewhere.
Interesting.
He's a Doggies fan, mate. He's a Doggies fan.
Yeah, well, it seems like it. He doesn't have. He can't write negative columns about him.
Buzz
at the moment.
Tomb.
Yeah, well, he
Lebanese
can't be
language.
negative on him at the
Yeah.
moment, can he?
No, you can't. Let's talk about some player movement, Zane. Stefano last week signed with
We threw the Storm up there, didn't we?
mate. It was the Bulldogs and then maybe the Storm.
Yeah.
Buzz came out and said Bulldogs. I've been told, once again by a pretty reliable source, that Stefano had done everything except put his name on paper at the Dogs. Apparently it was a done deal. And then at the final minute, Bennett and the Storm CEO, I forget his name,
Bellamy.
Bellamy and Paul. Do you remember? Do you know his name? The Storm.
No, I don't. But
Hang on, let me get his name. No, not him. Oh well. Someone
he would have
said-
been involved, I assume.
Bellamy and someone high by the Storm flew up to Sydney on the Friday and did something to get him at the very last second. Stefano was at the Canterbury Leagues Club on Friday. So
Interesting.
So I don't know what happened, but he has signed with the Storm. What do you
Great
make of
signing
it?
for him.
Yeah,
I feel like they're going to turn him into a gun.
which is scary.
Even more of a gun than what he already is.
Yeah.
Like I said the other week, I said he was pretty overrated, but
On current form.
On current form, he's going to go well at the Storm.
Yeah.
Especially now that he's at a club that top of the table.
Yeah.
So, it'll be interesting to see how he goes.
Yeah, he could explode there, I think. And then Blaze Talangi, his left para, looks set to sign with 90%
the Panthers. Sure he's going to Penrith.
99%, I think. It looks pretty set, yeah.
Yeah.
I
personally don't rate him that much, only because he had a poor performance when he played South. And that's all I look into it. I don't rate him. But
he's good.
I've seen other games that he's very good.
He's very good.
I just remember that one game where he dropped it like 3 times.
He's like a Dylan Brown clone. I think outside of Nathan Cleary at 6, he will kill it. I think he's I don't know if he'll definitely get that spot because there's a few other players that could get it. Jack Cole, Dane Laurie at the moment, and a couple of others. Obviously Brad Snyder, but yeah, Blaze Talangi outside Nathan Cleary, they would be very, very good together. Like their games just complement each other. I also think I don't think it's that bad for Parramatta in terms of like the junior. I don't think it's as bad as the media's making it out to be.
Yeah, I know.
It seems
All
like
the fans even.
It seems like he wants to play 5'8". He's not going to get a starter above Dylan Brown. If he wanted to play fullback, he's not getting a starter ahead of Gutho. So, it sort of makes sense for him to leave. Obviously, he's not. He doesn't want to be a centre, so he sort of has to leave. That's what happens in rugby league. Look at Isaiah Katoa at the Dolphins. He had to leave. He's like one of
the. He was
the
at Penrith, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. You can't knock Parramatta being like, oh, you let the local junior leave. It's like, well,
he has to
there's
go
not a spot
for his career. He has to go. Where would Para supporters? Where would you play him?
Yeah, well, you're going to drop Dylan Brown.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to do that. So
he's only playing now because of injuries.
Yeah,
it's the only reason he's playing.
And that's rugby league. You're going to develop talent, but you know, it's a blessing to have players in their way, and so they leave. Isaiah Katoa is the perfect example. He's such a good player. Panthers had to
it's killing at the Dolphins.
Yeah,
as well.
so it can be a win for both clubs. Parramatta still get Dylan Brown and Mitch Moses and Gutho, and Panthers get another 5 years of premierships probably. And then Corey Horsburgh as well. There's a bit of a falling out at Canberra. Apparently he's free to leave.
South.
That's what I was going to ask. Where do you think he will go?
I feel like South will be up there as a chance.
Yeah, because they need
for the fact Tom Burgess is going. We got plenty of money for forwards now.
Yeah.
Throw it all at him. Royce Hunt's the other one that they're going for, but Horsburgh would be very handy.
Apparently he's been linked to the Tigers. That's what I read.
Of course, yes.
I think he'd fit in there with Seyfarth and David
it's always
Clemmer.
the Tigers, the Bulldogs, Dragons probably as well.
Well, I was going to say I could see him going to the Dragons.
I could as well.
Yeah.
What about even a rogue shout of the Warriors?
I don't know. Maybe a Queensland team.
Yeah, well, he is a Queenslander.
Zane dropped his phone.
No,
Flip
it didn't fall off this time.
It hit the chair.
But I like Cowboys. No, actually no. Why did I say that? They can't go Cowboys. Dolphins possibly.
Probably South Tigers or
He
Dragons.
won't go Titans. They've got forwards. Yeah, I reckon South Tigers, Dragons. Yeah. Newcastle maybe.
I mean, with them moving on Saifidis. Yeah.
Manly, I don't think need a forward. Parramatta wouldn't mind if they're moving on to Campbell Gillard.
Yeah. It's a bit of a gamble on him, I think, because you're either going to get New South Wales Cup form where he's at the moment or Origin.
He played
form
Origin
where he was
last year.
That's what I mean. It could go either way. And then Zane, this one rattled me yesterday.
Shaun
Johnson's retired.
I mean, I have to say, I'm not shocked
by
but
it's still sad.
For the fact that he nearly retired, end of 22.
Yeah.
Signed on for a year, had an outstanding year at the Warriors, finishing second in the Dally M's, then re-signed.
Yep.
Had a pretty mediocre year. Been injured quite a bit, but the Warriors have fallen off, and so has he. So it really doesn't surprise me that this has happened.
Yeah, it's
but
still
it's a
sad.
shame that he's going to now go down as one of those players who just
never won a comp, and he's played in grand final stuff. He's such an icon as well.
Yeah,
he played in a grand final.
His first year. Yeah,
but he's just such an icon of the game. Growing up, you're in the backyard doing the Shaun Johnson step, watching.
Let me just say, he's definitely not immortal worthy. No way, because he's had some pretty bad years as well.
But he's a legend of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone loves Shaun Johnson.
He's very likeable as well, yeah.
Played most of his career at Warriors, a couple of years at the Sharks, so I guess...
His last game's against the Sharks.
Yeah.
At Shark Park.
So I guess good on him then.
Yeah, Shaun Johnson Cup. Give me your favourite Shaun Johnson moment.
Well, I'd like going back to last year when he kicked the goal at Shark Park.
Yeah.
Or even
in the rain.
Was it the step in the prelim in 2011?
Yeah, against the Storm.
Yes.
Yeah, when he dummied and then showed it and then passed it and got Cooper.
What's another try? There was one, I think it was 2015 or 2016, around that period, where he put a good step on and ran right through.
Yeah.
These bloody motorbikes outside. Yeah, I reckon the Sharks won from last year because that was just hilarious. And the way in his interview after that game as well.
Yeah.
The way he said it. So, yeah, I'm going that moment.
I'm going to go in the World Cup against England, that step where it was like...
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Right at the end of the game, he got it like out wide and then just put on the biggest step back inside and scored under the post. And I think that was to get into the final.
That's what Shaun Johnson's known for, the step.
Oh, 100%. That's where he started. Like, he got into the NRL from his touch highlights, which is just a stepping compilation. I have it saved on my phone. Like, it's iconic. All right, Zane, it's time to preview the games, and your South Sydney Rabbitohs kick us off with
Take
round
on
23
the
footy.
Storm, who are coming off a loss.
And you told me earlier that you're 100% certain that South's going to win this game.
Am I? So every week I try and look at the positives of, like, how could South possibly win this game? I'm trying to, like, I literally cannot... I just cannot see a scenario where the Rabbitohs win this game. Like, we're missing out. Walker's back, which is a big in, I guess.
Yep.
But Trell's still out. Like, that's our key player. And most of our wins have come off him. Like, and Storm, after a loss, when Bellamy was fuming after that game. So
Jacob Host is out too.
Oh, is he? That's a good sign. But, yeah.
Is there any chance that South
There's
win
like
this game?
Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like there is, what is it, like 18 million or whatever scenarios.
Like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, we win one.
One.
I'm hoping we're in that one universe, so I'm tipping South.
You think we're in the one universe?
I'm hoping we are.
You're hoping.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'll be honest, I cannot see a scenario the Rabbitohs win this.
Yeah.
I honestly cannot. And if we do, it'll be incredible.
It really is Avengers stuff. I'm going Storm.
Yeah.
I think we're in the other 18 million universes. For South to win, what do they have to do to win?
They'll need to
Score more points?
I just think they need to keep the Storm up their own end and not allow line breaks like we did on Anzac Day.
Yeah.
You cannot allow Pappenhausen to get the ball in space, or Munster, or Jerome Hughes.
Or just any of them.
Yeah, or
Don't
just
let anyone get space.
That's how, when they get space, they're all there backing each other up,
Yeah.
and that's how they score most of their tries.
Yeah, you're not
the
wrong.
defense has got to be on point,
Yeah.
and the attack needs to be a lot better than what it was.
Yeah, I think Storm win because I think Storm do find space and I think they'll just tear them apart. I heard
that back line defensively.
Hectic Fred said it could be 70.
It won't be 70.
Won't
Maybe
be
if it
70?
was in Melbourne, maybe, but it won't. No, it won't. Be
Accor is a fortress, isn't it?
Yeah, no, not really. It won't be 70 though.
Hey, South, the Bulldogs have only lost once at Accor all year, and it was to Souths.
Yeah.
So it's a fortress for Souths.
That backline, South's backline defensively. Ugh,
pretty.
This could be nasty, but I'm
ugly.
optimistic, so I'm tipping South.
We may as well do our predictions as well. Brought to you by TBC Live. Link below. Sign up, play. Let's try. What's your prediction for Souths and Storm?
I'm gonna say Melbourne to throw an intercept during the game.
Ooh.
Not necessarily into a try, just at some
just
point,
an
like
intercept.
an offload or something. Yeah.
I don't mind that. My prediction is Storm to get 50.
You reckon 50?
50
You reckon they're
points.
gonna get 50?
Storm to crack 50.
I don't reckon.
Why not?
I don't reckon it'll be that much. I reckon it'll be 36-12 is my predicted score for this game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
36-12. South's winning.
No, I don't think Storm have scored 40 plus. They
Yeah,
scored
they
it
don't-
once
yeah.
this year, haven't they?
Yeah,
no, and the
not
Tigers
much.
they put 40. So they don't.
Eels at Magic
They
Round.
don't tend to. Yeah, they don't tend to like floor. I don't think this will be as bad as what you're making it out to be. But I think Storm will win.
I think it could get ugly.
No, I think South will win. But
You think
if Storm will win? I think it won't be. Next up is
Titans, Sharks at... I was going to say
Seabus.
Shark Park. It's at Titan Park, Seabus Stadium.
yeah, or Skilled Park.
Seabus
formerly-
Super Stadium.
Skilled Park, formerly known.
What's its normal name without a sponsor?
I think it's
Like the Gold Coast Entertainment Quarter or
No,
something?
something like that. But Titans are favourites in this game. I
Yeah.
mean, they've been pretty good at home this year.
Yep. We
Do
broke
I
it
do
down
it?
earlier.
They've already beat.
Wait, actually, sorry. I'm meant to be doing this. Let's look at the ins and outs. AJ Brimson is back in the reserves at 8. He's
I don't think
he's not
he's
getting
easy.
in the team.
Yeah, I think he's just been left out because there's no.
They can't
point.
get
Like,
him in
look
there.
at their backline at the moment.
Yeah, I know, I
Who
know.
in that backline is out of form?
And you're not going to play him at centre, so it's going to be 6 or 1, and you can't.
Like I'm gonna like Khan Pereira. Like Johnson's gonna break that try scoring record. I think Khan Pereira could give him a run for
Yeah.
his money at the end with the way he's going.
Bo Fermor is out, and Braden Trindle for the
Oh, Fernwell's
Sharks
out.
is
Okay.
out, and Trindle, which means
Oh, okay.
yeah, Blake Brayley's in the halves with
That
Atkinson and
changes it all
McInnes
then.
is hooker, and Jack
I
Williams. is
thought
lock.
Sharks were pretty stale, and I thought
Nah.
Trindle was their best player
Yeah, no.
last week.
He's-
I'm actually going to go Titans at home.
Yeah.
They've already beaten the Sharks this year
Yep.
with their full strength side.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I think Titans, they're like the way the players are getting interviewed, they're very confident that they can.
Yeah,
like Des Hasler's confident.
They're
as well.
talking more about finals footy than like the Bulldogs. Like in a post game interview, when the commentators will be like, "Are you talking about finals?" The Titans are like, "Yeah, we believe we can make it."
Yeah,
and then the Bulldogs on the other hand,
and
then the Bulldogs are like, "Oh no, we're not really talking about
yeah,
that."
the
So
Titans, like they believe they can do it, which they can.
They're more than a
They're
mathematical
They're not
chance.
even mathematical.
The only issue I have with them
Their draw.
is the Roosters and Panthers.
They're
That's
two
me
games
both.
that if they can win those two, at least one of those games even,
I think they've got to win both.
Not
where they are
necessarily,
right
but
on.
I think they can win one of them. Like,
Yeah.
I hope we're not overhyping them because Broncos were awful that second. Like you watch them come out here and lose
Yeah.
like 30, but
I like to think the Broncos.
they've
are
lost
good
one
'cause they're
game since they flogged the Warriors. If this is at Shark Park, I probably would lean with Sharks, but I'm going to go Titans here. I remember last week you talked me into tipping the Titans.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I did not expect it to go as like what it did.
Yeah.
I don't think you did either.
No, I didn't
Like,
at all.
See Reece Walsh at halftime, his interview.
Yeah.
Well, we rectified everything we did wrong last week, and we've come out with a bit more of a better performance this first half. Let's keep it up.
Yeah.
36
And then
nil
they did a
second
bit
half.
of a Titans and fell off in the second half.
Yeah, well, the Titans aren't doing. I think the
used to.
Titans this year they're better in the second half than they are in
easily.
the first.
100
They were down
I
12-0
agree.
here, weren't they?
And then same against the Dolphins. They were down 12-0 and then against the Dolphins. the week
Even
before.
that's their tradition. They seem to go down 12-0 and always fight back in.
Yeah.
That's what they've done. Yeah, but we'll have to. This will really show where the Titans are.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going Titans as well, though.
You
I
are.
think they can get it done. I think Sharks missing a lot of players. Trindle, Hines, they haven't looked that good.
Yeah, with Trindle not being there. Like I was going to go Sharks,
Yeah.
but Trindle not there.
Like they didn't
He
look
was
that
their
good against
saving
South.
grace
They
last
didn't
week.
look good against Cowboys. And Titans are flying. They are flying, playing for
And
like
if
they are playing
Sharks
for
lose
finals.
this, I think Dogs can go into the top 4.
Dogs, it's for and against it come into it, but yeah,
I think they're very similar for and against though.
I think if Sharks lose by enough and Dogs win by enough, but like 10, I think 10 to 20 range, which is possible
Doable.
for both teams. Yeah, Dogs would have to win as well, though. I don't think they're guaranteed to win at all. Eels, Panthers not in Penrith, at Combank in Parramatta.
Penrith, I thought were underwhelming last week against the Knights.
Yeah.
And that's why I think they come out here and they win.
Yeah,
Pretty
okay.
convincingly as well. Oh, we didn't do a prediction for the Titans.
Oh
Sharks
yeah,
game yet.
sorry, yeah. Let's
I'm
jump back
going to
and do
go
that.
for it to...
Brought to you by TBC Life.
I'm going to go Canberra to score a double.
KPP double. I'm going to go Des Hasler to write another message for the
Yeah.
Olympians.
Let me just say, like, with the Titans, we're talking a lot about the Titans this week,
Yeah,
aren't we?
we
I'm
are.
just going to say, that Saturday was probably the best day in the history for a Titans fan. Like, it was a sunny day, sold out Seabass, both teams winning.
Yep.
You know, the girls got their win, pretty
Yeah.
good win over the Tigers.
Shout out to we'll get to
The men got a win, not just a win, beat their big brother, their arch rivals,
Yep.
not just beat them,
Destroyed
flogged
them.
them, their biggest win ever. Like, honestly, probably the best day of Titans fans' history. Would you agree?
It'd
Like,
have to be.
just
I obviously,
the
I'm
whole
not a
day was
Titans
just-
fan. I can't speak for him, but
You'd
it'd have to be up there.
Like, perfect,
Could've been a
sold
great
out,
day.
sunny
Yeah.
day. Both teams win. One, yes, yeah.
A great,
Would've been
yeah,
a great day,
100%.
Thought I'd just add that in, but
Sorry, I was going to say, I was going to do the ins and outs, but neither team's changed. So
Yeah.
let's just get into our tips and why you
Eels,
think they're going to win.
I said they had a win coming. I think they had to, but I can't see them beating Penrith.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, I'm getting bored. I'm yawning. That was an accident. But
I can't see them.
I wanted to tip the Eels. I had written down here and then I remembered my rule. Eels always beat Panthers in regular
They
season.
do, but not this year. No way they'll win this game.
The
Especially,
reason-
I think Penrith come out after their disappointing performance and
The reason I don't have Eels winning this is because they're coached by Trent Barrett and he can't coach. They won last week, sure, but
They beat the Warriors, who aren't very good.
he can't coach. The man can't coach. Penrith win this one. Prediction.
I'm gonna go.
I'm going bold in this game, just letting you know.
I'm gonna say. Guffo complains to the referee on more than 5 occasions. Arms up in his face.
Can we get a bit of a less obvious one, please?
Yeah, well, gain the points here.
I'm going to go even bolder than that. A Panthers player to not knock any kids' teeth out.
Okay.
Nobody to get their teeth knocked out.
Let's
In the
watch
crowd.
that happen now.
Yeah, far out. Apologies if, our Flaxies at the game gets his tooth knocked out because of me. TJC will probably be there as well.
Yeah.
Raiders, Manly. This one's in
Oh,
Canberra.
this is tough,
Let me just have a
actually.
look at the ins and outs because I know for a fact Ola Kawatu at the very least is back. Manly coming off a bye. Yes, Ola Kawatu's back. Lehigh
hard, this one.
Hopewade is back and on the wing. Corey Horsburgh's name. Surely he's in the reserves. Raiders look pretty unchanged. Oh, no. Ethan Strange is back in. He got dropped late last week, and that pushes Adam Cook to the bench.
This is tough, actually, because Manly coming off a bye, but Raiders at home are like playing for their season at this point.
Yep.
Oh, I really don't know. What's the
But like Manly are playing for their season
Manly
as
are
well.
favourites, yeah.
They're only.
I think Manly off the bye can do enough to get it done.
What time is it on? 3 p.m. So surely it won't be that cold.
This will be dry game for Manly. I think.
You'd think.
Have the advantage in that. Oh, I'll go Manly.
Manly?
Yeah.
You don't seem too confident.
Yeah.
What? Why are you going Manly? Why are they going to win?
I just feel like I just think they're a better side than the Raiders. And Raiders at home, you don't know. Manly, you don't know what they're going to do either. But
yeah.
Daytime, 3 p.m. Manly like the dry track. I think they could lots of points in this game.
Yeah, I'm going to go Manly as well. I think Raiders really got up for the Bulldogs game last week and for Papali's 300th.
Yeah.
And I think there might be a little bit of fatigue
Manly coming off
potentially.
the bye as well.
Yeah, so I think Manly going to be fresh. Although I feel like teams off the bye don't go that good, to be honest, this year. But I think Manly will just be too good, especially like open dry track. Like as long as it's not too cold. And Raiders maybe a bit bashed and bruised off the back of last week.
Bold prediction will be Manly to score 2 long-range tries, which I mean 80-plus metres range. I reckon Saab, Travojevic will just break away and score themselves, because I don't think the Raiders are very good at like running down sort of players.
Yeah, that's valid. Like Josh Adokar smoked on the weekend. I'm going to go for my bold prediction. Ricky Stewart, what's he going to do?
What is
Ricky
he gonna do?
Stewart to look like he's going to cry in his press conference.
Yeah.
I feel like he gets a little bit emotional.
Bags
sometimes.
out the refs. That
Ricky Stewart, like he'll bag out someone. Yeah. He'll get emotional. Ricky Stewart to get emotional.
Will he attack Anthony Seibold like he did for Des Hasler?
Oh, did he attack Jamin Salmon on the weekend? Does anyone know?
No, I don't think so.
Reach out if anyone knows. I didn't watch his press conference. We got a Queensland Derby again. Every week there's a Queensland Derby. I swear.
The Broncos
Cowboys Broncos.
Broncos need to win this. No, I'm going Cowboys at home.
There's a few changes.
I thought Cowboys were very poor last week.
Ruben Cotter's back. Ezra Mam out. Payne Haas out.
Oh, Cowboys.
Yeah. See, this is why you got to hear the changes first, Zane.
Yeah.
It impacts it.
I thought they were terrible last week.
Cowboys.
Against the Tigers. Terrible. They had a man down for the second half. Cowboys scored 3 quick tries. I'm like, they'll...
If Tigers kept 13, they probably would have won.
It was 30-48. Like, they conceded 30 when they had a man...
to the Tigers.
Yeah, not good enough.
Yeah.
But I think at home, especially with those 2 out, I think Cowboys pretty much solidify top 8 spot. You'd think...
because they've got a bye coming. They're in 6th.
I think they'll play finals. And they're still a top 4 chance as well.
Everyone keeps saying Dogs to get 4th. I think Cowboys, if it's not Sharks, I think Cowboys get it.
Oh, I
think Cowboys are more likely to be top 4 than the Dogs.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And that's from a Dogs fan.
Then they get flogged the first weekend.
By Melbourne, yeah.
Or Penrith. It could still be Penrith at this point.
I think Storm will be first.
Storm and Penrith play each other soon as well.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, next week they do.
That's pretty much for the minor premiership. So Cowboys have 12 wins. So, if they win this week, that's 13. And that's usually the magic number.
So they'll be 32. Yeah, so... Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They're right up there. People aren't talking about it.
Because they've got a bye coming.
Yeah, 4 and against isn't good, though, I don't think.
Yeah, they win this week and that's it. They're in the 8.
I think they win at home.
Yep, I agree.
I'm going my traditional predictions. Kevin Walters to stand up with his arms crossed in the coach's box.
I'll go... What am I going to go with? The Cowboys chant to be heard on TV.
Yeah.
Cowboys!
Do the same for the Sharks with their PA chant.
Yes.
Sharkies.
Love a PA chant in the NRL.
Annoying.
Disgraceful. Dragons, Dogs at a sold-out Cogra Stadium. Where are we feeling this one? This is... Hang on, but I'll go into the ins and outs. I don't know if Dragons had any changes, but this gives me 2009 vibes. This is both teams playing for a final spot.
This is normally a game that we look at like a two-slinger, whatever.
Oh, is Jack Bird back?
Last time they played, the Dogs did put 40 on them.
There was an injury, though.
There was an injury. Yes,
Dragons had the outside back injury.
I mean, Dragons had a good win last week, so that means if history repeats itself, they probably get flogged this week.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I honestly reckon Dogs probably win 13 plus.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I'm doing Dogs 13 plus.
Dogs 13.
That's going to be my prediction.
That's your prediction. 13 plus. Wow. See, I feel like this will be tight.
You reckon?
It's just giving me 2009 vibes, which is like both, like, if you don't know, Dragons were first, Dogs were like top 4. Like both teams were flying, and that's probably the last time both teams were top 8. To be honest, usually it's one or the other.
Yeah. No, they played each other.
Well, they
15,
played. True. Yeah,
Golden Point, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was at that game.
Were you?
That was the last finals game I was at.
That's the last final. Oh no, you got flogged by the Roosters the week after.
Yeah,
Then,
I wasn't.
oh yeah, 16 they made as
16
well.
was
Yeah.
Panthers, but like that, the last finals game I was at was that Dragons one. So, but yeah, I think I'm obviously I'm tipping
Last
the
finals
Dogs.
game I was
but-
at was when we were up 12-0 against Penrith, and then we got flogged, and Tane Milne got sent off.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a hard night. That.
I think Dogs win. It's hard as a Dogs fan at the moment because like I'm so used to going into games being like, oh, we're gonna lose this, but now it's like,
No, it's like
we're probably gonna
you're
win. Like you look at our run home, and a lot of people are like, we're gonna get 4th, and like they're all winnable games. It's so hard not to just naturally go, oh, like we're not gonna win that, but like we should be. Like I should be going, we're gonna win this week, but I'm just not there. I'm too scarred from the past. But my bold prediction, just for a giggle, the street next to Congress Stadium that they close to turn into a party.
Oh jeez, even in
I think
Congra.
there'll be some Dogs fans at this game.
Yeah, I do as well.
So
bandwagons.
Never. Hey, I'm not a.
You're
I'm
not,
not a
but I'm
bandwagon.
saying.
But there are.
They're coming out now because they're
100%.
doing well. Let's see
Let
if they fall
Let me
off
put
if
it
they-
this way, Zane. There was more people on Burwood Road on Sunday night than there was at the end of the Knights 66-0 game last year, including the Knights
Even
fans.
the Panthers Rabbitohs game earlier this year.
Yeah.
6,000 in the crowd.
Yeah, there was thousands on Burwood Road. So let's go to Dolphins Warriors. This is in Phins territory. Is it at Phins territory or is
Yeah.
it at Broncos territory?
Dolphins need to win, and I think they do.
So, sorry, this is at Suncorp. Let me just have a look
I'm
at the
going
team.
Dolphins then.
Cody Nikorima's back. Is Tiamaro... No, Tiamaro Martin's not back. Why is he not there 5'8"? Like, I don't get that. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't look like
I mean, the
there's that
Warriors
many
could
changes.
get up for Johnson retiring, but I think it's season
Not in
over
this
for them.
game.
Dolphins, they've lost 3 in a row. They're still
Have they?
capable of playing finals.
Dolphins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Where are they on the ladder?
They're at
Ninth?
9th, I think. 9th or 10th.
Yeah. A win could put them in the 8 if Dragons lose.
Yeah. Dolphins need to win this game. They've got
Yeah.
okay for and against. Like better
It
than-
really is the pointy end of the season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon they win at home.
Yeah, okay.
My bold prediction will be, I'm going to say, I guess, Dolphins scoring. There's a whole section of the crowd doing the fins up thing. Yeah.
I think Dolphins win as well. I just feel like, at home, desperate for a win. Wayne Bennett, he can smell finals footy.
He doesn't have Des there.
He's
going to
want the finals
stealing his
footy.
magical
Yeah,
drinks.
yeah,
So,
exactly. And Warriors are
gotta
just...
put him in a hiding spot now from Andrew Webster so no one can sneak in and steal
Yeah, I
him
feel
this
like
time.
Warriors finals sort of fading away, so I think they'll fall off a little bit. I think they'll lift towards the end of the season for Shaun Johnson in their last game or two. They play at home and then in his last
they
game
play
at
Dogs
Shark
don't they,
Park.
over there.
Dogs don't... Oh, bro,
You
we're
reckon
not
they
winning
win
that.
Yeah.
Shaun Johnson's last home game. We're not winning that, bro. But yeah, I'm going Dolphins, and my bold prediction to be Dwayne Bennett to get on TV. I don't know if he goes to games.
I don't
but-
know who does, but
And then
the last game, they always save the best to
yeah.
last, don't they?
Yeah, they sure
Knights
do.
and Tigers.
I don't. Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit harsh on the Knights.
I
but
know
think,
Justin
yeah.
Olam is out. He's out for the season. What else do we have? Latu Fanu is also out. Adam Dewey, has he been out injured? Because he's back if he has. Aiden Caesar. Jackson Hastings. Oh,
Declan
no, he's
Casey's
not back
in
yet.
for the Tigers.
Is he?
Yeah, I just saw.
There you go.
I think he's in the starting
Oh,
side.
he
but I
must
saw
have
he's-
added to the reserves, yeah. Yeah, not too many huge
I'll
changes.
go. I'm picking Tigers because I want them to win this week because I think they got a win coming. I want them to win this week instead of next week against the Rabbitohs.
yeah,
so I'm
fair.
hoping they get their win out the way now.
Yeah, I'm actually also tipping the Tigers. I think
Knights
they're
at
due
home,
for a win.
Yeah.
I just feel like Tigers are going to.
I reckon if they lose this one, they'll beat South the week after, which is like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I feel like they're due.
I want their win this week, so
And our bold prediction brought to you by TBC Live.
I'm gonna go. Newcastle fans do like boo, like very
Ooh.
loud.
Loud booing.
Yeah, loud booing, like some very controversial. call,
Wow.
like-
I'm
It's
going to
just
go.
a Channel 9 game. Oh, okay.
So pretty much there's
Why?
no footy on Sunday.
Why is this the Channel 9 game for? Like, why did they not just have this Saturday night?
So we've
like
got
Dragons Dogs
obviously
Sunday afternoon.
Obviously, yeah.
Like, okay, just whatever.
Obviously, it's hard to predict where teams are going to be at the start of the year. But
No, I know.
We have Dogs, Dragons, both fighting for a top 8 spot. And we have Dolphins, Warriors, both fighting for a top 8
but like
spot.
and
Manly
they based it
Raiders.
off last year as well. Like Knights,
of those games were on TV.
Knights were like 5th, but Tigers were last. Like
Yeah.
whatever. Like this isn't
Dumb.
like preseason. Did they really think? Oh, people get excited for this game. What a blockbuster we got Sunday afternoon. Like same with last week's game as well.
My
Raiders,
prediction
Bulldogs.
is for one of the commentators to fall asleep while commentating.
Yeah, well, I'd back it.
And then Zane, our NRLW tips. Did you catch any of the NRLW action on the weekend?
I saw the scorelines.
You saw the scorelines?
Didn't see the games.
The Raiders Knights game was one of the best games of footy I've seen all year. Men or
NRLW?
women? No,
Oh,
men.
or
It was
okay.
Zane. It was a cracker, and even the Titans Tigers game was also a cracker. There was some very, very good games. Like genuinely, that Knights Raiders game, that was a thriller. That was so good. The Sharks beat the Eels. The Roosters beat the Broncos. The Cowboys beat the Dragons. Were the other games?
High scoring game, that one.
Yeah. Very high scoring. 34 points in a 70-minute game and not winning is rough. This week we got Roosters and Tigers.
Oh, it doesn't sound like the Tigers are that good, does it?
They
Well,
went all
played-
right. They
they've
went all
played
right
two
against Titans.
solid sides,
Yeah.
haven't they? But Titans still won that pretty convincingly in the end, didn't they?
Yeah, that is true.
I'd probably go Roosters in that one.
Yep. And then we've got Raiders Sharks.
I'll go.
I'm going to grab the ladder.
For the fact this is in Canberra,
So it's
I'll
second
go,
versus fifth.
I'll go the Raiders in Canberra.
They're favourites. So
Yeah.
there you go. I'm going to go the Sharks in that one. But Raiders in Canberra. Right? I assume that's before the Manly game. So
And
there might
this
be a few
next
things
one
there.
will probably be before the
Cowboys Eels. This is 7th plays 6th out of 8
this isn't
teams.
even at Queensland Country Bank. This one.
This one's at I guess it's just
Brisbane.
double header. It's a double header with the next game.
Oh, okay.
So women's double header.
I'll go.
Cowboys,
I'll go
Eels.
Cowboys up there. I mean, Eels did win up there the other week at Suncorp. They did, but yeah, I'll go Cowboys. I think.
How'd the Eels go on the
Or
weekend?
Cowgirls, should I say?
Well, they're called
Yeah,
the Cowboys.
yeah.
They should be called the Cowgirls.
I
Eels
think
lost to
branding
the
issues
Sharks.
is why they can't do that.
How'd the Cowboys go in round 1? They lost. Yeah, I'm gonna go the Eels actually.
Okay.
But yeah. It is branding issues because
Yeah,
it's like
they
they
can't,
want the NRLW fans using the NRL merch.
Yeah,
as,
they
like,
can't. Yeah,
Cowboys
but
merch.
it's like that's an odd situation.
Like
that.
if a kid wants to go buy a pencil case for the NRLW team, they don't want they can buy Cowboys pencil case.
Yeah.
And it's still
It's just
you
weird,
know what I mean?
They like calling the girl team the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
it is.
It's just.
Same with Raiders. Like Raiders, a man.
I mean,
they
there were female Vikings. So
when the Raiders came in, they wanted a different name.
did they?
I don't remember what it was, but like it was a female Viking name. So there you go, bit of a fun fact. Broncos Titans.
Oh, how are the Broncos going this year?
I don't know.
Oh, they lost to Parramatta.
They're in 9th. Did they win on the weekend? They lost to the Roosters. Yeah, they lost to Parra and lost to the Roosters.
Broncos used to be very good, but I'll go
Yeah.
Titans. I think they're top of the table. So
Yeah, I'm
guess
going
that-
Titans as well. They're doing pretty good
you
this
think
year.
they're the premiership favourites? Would you say them and the
Roosters
Knights?
were, and then Knights and Titans weren't at all. They were my smoky.
Yeah,
they were my
They were
smoky.
grand final last year,
Yeah.
so you'd think they'd be.
Yep, they were my smoky. Yeah, I'm going Titans as well, and then Knights Dragons. This one
I
is at
think
Newcastle.
Knights will win pretty well.
Yeah, same. Although Dragons might have their half from just won a gold medal at the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
She might be back.
But regardless, I still think Knights
Yeah,
win.
I think
They've got a very good side here.
They do. That game against
So
Raiders
this
was
is
so
6
good.
10 p.m. Where's it at?
Newcastle.
So this is after the men's game.
I don't mind that.
And that's
Try and get people to hang around, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
See how it goes. It's on 9 as well.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch
It's
this.
9 now. Yeah, that's 9 now. It's on. Yeah,
then
that's
live,
what's
live.
annoying this year because
Because of the
last year they had
Olympics.
every single NRLW game on Channel 9, but this year they don't.
It's on it's on 9 Live
Yeah.
because of the
But
Olympics.
it got promoted last year more because it was
Yeah.
on the actual Channel 9.
Yeah.
But this year, I guess it's just because they got the Olympics on. They couldn't
Yeah.
really
I'd dead set rather watch that than
the Olympics.
no. I'd rather watch Dragons Knights
Oh,
NRLW
than the
than
men's.
Knights. What was it? Knights Tigers.
yeah.
No thanks. Give the women the prime spot, mate. Put the men on after them as everyone goes home. Yeah, that'll do us. I
That
guess.
will, I guess.
My voice, if it wasn't gone at the start, it is gone now. Let's drop baby.
Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up